Hello, and welcome to Valley View News. I'm Luka Chkhaidze.
And I'm Elise Linares.
A last-minute deal is keeping LAUSD campuses open, reaching an agreement with SEIU 99, who represents about 30,000 support staff such as teacher aides, custodians, and bus drivers. UTLA and AALA, who represents teachers and administrators, reached agreements over the weekend. Mayor Karen Bass stepped in to avoid a strike that would affect over 400,000 students across the district.
This one really puts us up there saying, hey, we are essential workers, we are important. And as you know, if you can see as how it went down to the wire, that schools don't function without us, because SEIU is under a huge umbrella of classified members and our bus drivers, especially at cafeteria. And we really sent the message that LAUSD doesn't work with us.
The tentative agreement will see a wage increase of 24% over the next few years for SEIU members, which will allow them to partake on benefit plans and more labor hours at school sites.
Trump is warning Iranian ships that if they cross through the Strait of Hormuz, they will be eliminated. Earlier this week, Trump announced a naval blockade in the Strait of Hormuz after peace talks between the U.S. and Iran took place over the weekend. Tehran responded by threatening to retaliate against its neighbors' oil ports. Ship tracking data says at least 2 ships turned around after the blockade began. The U.S. and Iran are still communicating, and a potential second in-person meeting may take place soon.
Tensions between Donald Trump and Pope Leo continue to rise. Trump sharply criticized the Pope on Truth Social, calling him terrible for foreign policy after the Pope's vocal condemnation of threats against Iran and his appeal against religious justification for war. The dispute is playing out publicly in U.S. political media and international religious commentary, with implications for U.S.-Vatican relations and global diplomacy.
The first talk in decades between Israel and Lebanon are underway in Washington, D.C. These talks follow 6 weeks of fighting between Israeli forces and Iranian-backed Hezbollah in Lebanon. The meeting comes during a fragile 2-week ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran, with ongoing disputes over whether it applies to Israel's operations against Hezbollah. Despite tensions, both sides agreed to begin direct negotiations at a mutually agreed time and location, with another round of talks expected in Washington in coming weeks.
Iranian Americans are gathering for the U.S. ceasefire protest at the Curtis Hickson Waterfront Park. These protesters are voicing their support for the war and calling for regime change in Iran. The loud exchange along the route highlighted the importance that the support group has for President Trump and his policies in general. This comes in the wake of the lowest support the president has seen to date. Flags from both Iran and the U.S. were presented at the rally, while some protesters said they opposed to the fire during its 7th week of the war.
Loved ones in southeast Atlanta are mourning the death of a 12-year-old boy who was shot and killed inside his home. Police say a 14-year-old is now facing murder charges. Family members say Cameron Coney was in his bedroom when friends brought a gun into the house. One of them allegedly pointed it at him and fired. A vigil was held Sunday night at Thomasville Park, where Cameron was remembered as a joyful kid who loved football and his family. The suspect is now in a youth detention center as loved ones call for justice.
Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban conceded defeat after a landslide victory by his counterpart Peter Magyar, ending his 16-year rule. Former U.S. President Barack Obama went on the social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, to congratulate Magyar and this historic victory. Magyar will be introduced as the new Prime Minister of Hungary as the 45-year-old promises change to the European nation.
Investigators are looking into the cause of a tunnel collapse that left 1 dead and 1 injured. The collapse happened on Tuesday afternoon at the Canyon Tunnel Project in Stanislaus County. When the Modesto Fire Department arrived to the scene, 2 people were trapped inside the remote site. One individual suffered minor injuries to the head, and the other was pronounced dead at the scene.
After a historic mission around the moon, the Artemis II crew had a successful splashdown reaching speeds of about 25,000 miles per hour amid re-entering the Earth's atmosphere before landing in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of San Diego. During the 10-day mission, the crew on board traveled under 700,000 miles, marking the furthest humans have traveled into deep space. The crew reflects on the profound vastness of space, the fragility of our planet, and the gratitude they feel to be home. With eyes already on the future, NASA will move ahead with its next lunar missions as Artemis 3 and 4 are expected to push space exploration targeted for 2028.
A zebra has safely made its way home after being on the loose again. Zeus the zebra escaped from his enclosure again in Northern California but was found wandering in a roadway. Multiple officers arrived on the scene to escort the zebra to its animal trailer. A Placer County Animal Services manager says he was really cooperative and ended up walking himself into the trailer. Officials say the zebra's repetitive escaping may be linked to his recent arrival to the area.
That zebra wanted to go explore, and so did I. I had the chance to meet some donkeys at Santa Clarita. Let's take a look. They are gentle, loyal, and often overlooked. But one person here in Santa Clarita is stepping up to save donkeys from being abandoned and left behind. Just outside her neighborhood home, donkeys that were once forgotten now spend their days surrounded by love and care.
I first met the donkeys over 20 years ago at Meet the Donkey Day in Acton. So I went out there and I had to have them. I knew I had to have them. It took me probably a couple years to get everything set up because there was nothing here before. But they all have different personalities. They can all be brats. This one here's my lover. She follows me everywhere. If I'm out cleaning, she follows me. If I go to the back, she follows me.
What began as one rescue in her backyard has grown into a full operation run completely on donations and a handful of devoted volunteers who share her same passion for these animals.
Sometimes I have volunteers that come out here and help me. They might have community service, so they come, which is kind of nice for me. Get a little bit of a break. These guys are real easy, though. Basically, just feed them, love them, give them a little, clean up a little poop, and they will come and give you all kinds of love.
After years of neglect, these donkeys now have a safe place to call home, thanks to her determination to make a difference. Reporting from Santa Clarita, I'm Luka Chkhaidze, Valley View News.
Thank you, Luka. Coming up after the break, a box office record report and playoffs hitting the hardwood. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Valley View News. Whether you are looking for clothes, jewelry, or antiques for your home, the Rose Bowl Flea Market has you covered. The Pasadena Rose Bowl Flea Market is open from 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. The market takes place every second Sunday of the month, with over 2,500 vendors who are selling antiques, clothing, and local art. For those willing to wake up early, the market offers the early bird admission, which begins at 5 in the morning. One seller says she comes out every week.
I make and sell all of my products on the weekend and online. I'm at Rose Bowl once a month. It was kind of rough this morning, selling in a monsoon, but it was okay.
For tickets or vendors that are interested in participating in the market, refer to the Visit Pasadena Market website.
Since spring has started, outdoor markets are buzzing with people. I had the chance to go to a local farmers market in Studio City. Let's take a look. I'm here in Studio City where small businesses are lined up for the weekly farmers market. Farmers markets are extremely popular in the San Fernando Valley, but this market is never empty. Every Sunday from 8 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon, the market offers a community gathering place where people can connect as well as shop for the finest locally grown produce and a variety of handcrafted foods.
This is mom and pop, handmade. He does it himself. These are beautiful, only 4 ingredients right there, folks. You gotta come out and try them every Sunday here at Studio City's Farmers Market.
When visitors shop at the market, not only does the money go towards the vendors, but also the community as a whole. The Farmers Market donates thousands of dollars to local school and community groups that actively contribute to Studio City.
Honestly, the reason why I choose to come to Studio City every Sunday is because of the people. It's a very good community here. The customers eventually become your friends. And it's always a good time here at Studio City.
The market also brings attention to businesses located next to it. Visitors can grab a coffee while they shop or even eat some breakfast at the nearby restaurants. From produce to flowers, this weekly tradition has helped small businesses succeed. Reporting from Studio City for Valley View News, I'm Elise Linares. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Elise. There is never a dull moment in entertainment. From merges to box office records, let's take a look.
Britney Spears is undergoing treatment after being caught for driving under the influence back in March. The 44-year-old singer voluntarily checked herself into rehab. A representative of Spears says the incident was completely unexcusable and that hopefully this can be the first step in a long overdue change that needs to occur in Britney's life. There has been a pattern of public concern for Spears after her concerning social media posts, and fans are happy to see that she is trying to recover.
Hollywood stars are voicing their opposition to Paramount and Warner merger in an open letter. More than 1,000 movie stars, writers, directors, and other Hollywood professionals are announcing their unequivocal opposition to the $111 billion deal. The deal would combine the two studios together, but will reduce jobs and movies that are already in jeopardy in Hollywood. Representatives for Paramount and Warner Brothers have not commented on the letter.
Taylor Swift is leading the 2026 American Music Awards with the most nominations. With 40 wins, Swift is the top winner in the history of the AMAs that leads this year with 8 nominations. Morgan Wallen, Olivia Dean, Sabrina Carpenter, and Somber aren't far behind her in nominations, with all 4 being tied for second place with 7 nominations. Justin Bieber, who has 4 nominations this year, could make his way up the AMA leaderboard. The 52nd award show is set for this summer with host Queen Latifah in the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas.
Let's check on what's happening in the box office. The Super Mario Galaxy movie hit $658 million after being out for just 2 weeks. Project Hail Mary is continuing their strong box office run with impressing audiences worldwide. The movie generated $250 million from domestic markets and more than $250 million internationally. A24 film The Drama is nearing records for a small-budget indie film. Critics say that Zendaya is the indie box office queen. So far, 2026 has been a year of memorable movies and will continue to draw audiences to the theaters.
Hey Luka, are you ready for the NBA playoffs?
Oh, I'm so ready. I can't wait to watch the playoffs starting this weekend.
Me too. I'm really excited to see Shea hit the court. But for more on that, let's check in with Marcus on sports.
Yes, thank you guys. I feel like Shea is the best MVP, but let's check with the NBA play-in. So the NBA play-in is underway with seeds 7 through 10 fighting for a playoff spot. The 7 and 8 seeds play first, with the winner advancing to play the second seed and their respective conference. So far, we have seen the Blazers advance to the playoffs to face the Spurs. The winner from the contest will travel to Phoenix for a chance at the 8th seed. The playoffs kick off this weekend for both conferences. The NBA playoffs took off this weekend with 16 teams looking to become the last team standing and holding the Larry O'Brien Championship Trophy. The Oklahoma City Thunder entered Steve's playoffs as the defending champions, with the MVP frontrunner Shea Gilgeous Alexander. They are looking for the first repeat champion since 2017 and 2018 Golden State Warriors. The playoffs begin this Saturday with both conferences in action throughout the weekend. The WNBA draft has concluded with both college and international women being selected for the pros. Ozzie Fudd was selected first overall by the Dallas Wings to join former teammate Paige Buckers in the backcourt. The Stanley Cup playoffs are almost here. The Carolina Hurricanes are the top seed in the Eastern Conference. In the Western Conference, the Florida Panthers are searching for a three-peat and enter this year's playoffs in the number 1 seed. Both the Los Angeles Kings and Anaheim Ducks will be in the playoffs as the 7th and 8th seeds. We are about a month into the start of the MLB season with the Los Angeles Dodgers looking for the first three-peat against the New York Yankees. So far, the Dodgers are on great pace, leading both the National League and NL West. Andy Pages leads the league in batting average, hits, and has fled the first runs that he batted in. The Los Angeles Angels currently sit third in the AL West. Joe Adell is currently leading the team in average. Former MVP Mike Trout has struggled so far, currently batting .222. The MLB season is in swing, and it's been exciting so far to say at least. That's all I have for sports. Back to you guys.
Wait, Marcus, before you go, you think the Dodgers can take it all this year?
Yeah, I think the Dodgers are going to go back to back to back to back.
I hope Shohei Ohtani is fine after getting hit by a fastball during one of the pitches.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I think he'll recover, though. Didn't look too tough. Coming up after the break, our very own Hobbes Pascual has an interview with an award-winning author discussing her upcoming book. Stay with us.
Don't put away your raincoats just yet. I'll have your forecast coming up after this break.
My name's Stacy, I'm 57, and I was adopted in 2020. One teen can come in and make you look at life in a whole different way.
You know, he's my father, so I look up to him a lot. If I can be 10% of the man he is, I'll be a happy person for sure.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Elise, are you looking forward to the warm weather we're going to have this weekend?
I am, but last week it was just raining. This spring weather is really confusing.
Yeah, I'm confused too, but hopefully Daniel Parker will help us with that.
Thank you, Luka and Elise. It's shaping up to be a pretty typical spring pattern across Southern California. Warm and sunny this weekend, a slight cool down with a few shower chances early in the week, then warming back up toward the end of the week. In the San Fernando Valley, it's a warm start, plenty of sunshine Saturday and Sunday with highs in the low 80s. We cool off on Monday with some morning showers and highs near 70. Then temperatures rebound low 70s Tuesday and Wednesday with lots of sunshine. By Thursday, highs reach the upper 70s with a chance of rain before drying out Friday with sunshine in mid 70s. In downtown Los Angeles, Saturday looks great with sunshine and highs near 80s, dropping into the upper 50s overnight. Sunday is a little cooler with partly sunny skies and highs in the lower 70s. A few morning showers are possible on Monday with highs near 69. Sunshine returns Tuesday with low 70s, and Wednesday stays similar with partly sunny skies and highs near 69. Another chance of rain moves in on Thursday before clearing out Friday with sunshine and a high in the low 70s. At the beaches, it's a cooler pattern. Sunshine Saturday with highs near 70. Sunday cools into the low 60s with some clouds. A few morning showers are possible on Monday with highs in the low 60s. Temperatures stay steady Tuesday and Wednesday in the low 60s with some sun. There's a slight chance of some rain on Thursday and then clearing skies on Friday with highs in the mid 60s. For the Inland Empire, it's a warm start with highs in the low 80s. Saturday and upper 70s Sunday. We cool down on Monday with some morning rain and highs in the mid 60s. Then temperatures climb again, upper 60s on Tuesday and around 70 on Wednesday. By Thursday, highs reach the upper 70s with a chance of rain as well, as we stay warm into Friday with mid to upper 70s and more sunshine. That's the latest look at your forecast. Luka, Elise, back to you guys.
Our very own Habis Pascual sits down with international award-winning author Ariana Sanchez. The Oaxacan native dives deeper into her experiences as writer, poet, and her award-winning children's book.
Welcome to a special bilingual edition of Valley View News today. We have the honor to sit down with international award-winning author and Oaxacan native Ariana Sánchez Hernández. Ariana, un placer que usted esté aquí con nosotros. Cuéntanos un poco de usted y también de sus libros.
Antes que nada, muchísimas gracias, Javes, por la invitación. Es un honor estar con todos ustedes y contigo aquí en el estudio. Pues te cuento muy brevemente, soy originaria de Ejutla de Crespo, Oaxaca, una comunidad en el Valle de Oaxaca. Y pues emigré hace 20 años ya de mi comunidad a Los Ángeles. Y pues ha sido un caminar muy bonito, digámoslo así, pero también de mucho aprendizaje, porque venir de una comunidad chiquita, rural, al sur de México y venir aquí a la ciudad, pues es totalmente día y noche. Hay un contraste muy grande, pero pues eso me ha enseñado también a ser mejor persona. Aquí me convertí en madre, en autora, en estudiante universitaria también, entonces me ha dado la oportunidad de explorar esa área que en mí estaba dormida y pues ahora, producto de todas esas experiencias, pues son mis 2 libros que tenemos aquí. Visitas Inesperadas es un poemario que escribo durante la pandemia. Durante la pandemia yo sentía mucha ansiedad y me preocupó mucho la situación. Yo viví la pandemia aquí y mis padres y mi familia en Oaxaca. Entonces, el estar confinada sin saber qué iba a pasar hizo que yo tomara mi lápiz, mi papel y me pusiera a escribir. Entonces, es ese caminar sobre los años que hizo que toda esa nostalgia, esa ansiedad, esos sentimientos encontrados encontraran un lugar y que mejor que en este poemario.
¿Y en ese tiempo tenías comunicación con tus padres?
Sí.
Pero usted también comentó de la ansiedad. Cuéntanos un poco por qué la ansiedad en esos tiempos.
La ansiedad era por lo mismo de la pandemia. Las noticias, lo que ocurría en mi comunidad también, el no saber cómo actuar, si yo me iba a enfermar, mis hijos, mi esposo, mis familiares allá en Oaxaca. Entonces, todas esas emociones como que se vuelven un torbellino y que yo la única manera que sé sacar mis emociones es escribiendo, haciendo un diario. Todo empezó como un diario. Empezaba yo a recordar cuando era yo niña, cuando jugaba yo en el arroyo, porque ahí donde vivo, donde está tu casa y la casa de todos ustedes, pues en época de lluvia, pues se inunda de agua, es un arroyito. Entonces yo recordaba cómo salíamos a hacer barquitos de papel. Entonces hay un poema que se titula Barcos de papel. Recordar a mis abuelos, a mi mamá, cómo guisaba. Entonces cuando estaba yo pasando por esos momentos de reflexión, es cuando nacen todos esos poemas.
Qué bonito. Y cuéntanos un poco de la jugada del día. ¿Cómo nació ese título y este libro?
Y la jugada del día nace totalmente de emociones opuestas, porque la jugada del día es el resultado de una carta de amor hacia mi papá, que fallece de un paro cardíaco. Entonces, mi padre fallece un 8 de junio del 2024 en Ejutla de Crespo, y pues yo estaba aquí y era de madrugada cuando me llaman mis familiares de Oaxaca para darme la noticia de que mi padre ya había fallecido. Entonces yo estaba devastada, no sabía si mi cabeza estaba aquí o allá donde están los pies. Entonces mi mundo dio un giro tremendo. En Oaxaca, al otro día yo ya estaba ahí con mi familia. Fue hasta el día de hoy la experiencia más difícil que me ha tocado enfrentar. El enterrar a tu padre es para mí una situación de dolor, pero también de agradecimiento con la misma vida, de decir tuve un buen padre, un buen ejemplo, y un buen hombre que sacó a su familia adelante. Entonces, la jugada del día es porque a mi papá le gustaba mucho jugar béisbol. Entonces, es una carta de amor para él, para decirle cuánto lo admiraba y lo sigo admirando, y también es un recordatorio para mis familiares, para mis hijos, y para el mundo entero. Nunca pensé comercializar con una historia tan personal, pero las cosas eventualmente se fueron dando, y este librito ha sido esa catarsis entre el dolor y también la esperanza del duelo, que me ha ayudado a sobrellevar la pérdida de mi papá.
¿Y qué es una de las frases que te gustan en el libro de la jugada del día? Que tú, cuando escribiste esa frase o esa oración, ¿qué te impacta más de ese libro?
¿Qué me impacta más del libro? El legado que dejó mi papá en mí. Cuando mi papá estaba en el servicio fúnebre, en la misa de cuerpo presente, mi mamá dijo que el primer gran amor de mi papá no fue ella, sino fue el béisbol. Entonces esa frase impactó mi vida, y a partir de esa frase que pronuncia mi madre, nace la jugada del día. Entonces dije, qué mejor manera de recordar a mi papá que algo que él amaba, aparte de su familia, que nos amaba con mucha entereza, pero también amaba el béisbol.
Entonces era pelotero tu padre. ¿Qué posición jugaba él?
Mi papá, yo lo recuerdo, yo de muy chamaquita, de muy niña, lo vi pichar, fildear y primera base.
Wow.
Ajá, entonces sí, lo veía yo todos los domingos. Había partido ahí en la comunidad y en otros pueblos aledaños, entonces él agarraba su bat, su manopla y se iba.
Qué bien.
Ajá.
Ariana, última pregunta, ¿dónde podemos seguirte en las redes sociales, y también si tienes unos eventos que sean próximos para usted, que te podemos seguir? ¿Dónde te podemos seguir a usted?
Este fin de semana voy a estar en el Los Angeles Time Festival of Books, ahí en la USC, abril 18 y 19, que es este fin de semana. Voy a estar firmando mis libros, voy a estar con Alegría Publishing, que es la casa editorial, y con La Librería, es un local especializado en libros en español, así es que por ahí voy a andar, y voy a estar también la próxima semana en la Feria Internacional del Libro de Bogotá, los días 22, 23 y 24 de abril.
¿Y ese en Bogotá va a ser en Colombia?
Sí, en Bogotá, Colombia. Es la primera vez que voy a Colombia, así es que muy ilusionada de llevar mis obras para allá también.
Ok. Ariana, un placer hoy estar con usted. Gracias.
Muchas gracias por la invitación.
Igualmente. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Habes. Luka, don't you just love dogs?
Elise, it's funny that you should mention that. A canine in Colorado is being called a hero after helping find a missing girl in just 12 minutes after she had been gone for nearly 2 hours. The young girl ran off while at a park, creating a search and rescue by local authorities. That's when the canine Rex stepped in. Using the girl's scent from her shoes, Rex tracked her to the backyard of a nearby home. While Rex has trained in several roles with the department, this search and rescue mission was his first since completing training. He delivered in just a few short minutes.
And even though the girl tried to run from him, Rex stayed in pursuit, helping reunite her safely with her mother. Just another reminder that heroes really do come in all shapes and sizes. That's all for us today on Valley View News. I'm Elise Linares.
And I'm Luka Chkhaidze. For updates, follow our YouTube channel at Valley View News and our Instagram page at Valley View News CSUN. Thanks for watching.